Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing the Legend of Korra. This is Book 4, Chapter 3, titled The Coronation. We knew that was coming, kind of, with this young new guy who's kind of annoying, that he's gonna be the new king of Ba Sing Se, and he's in like direct line from the previous queen, who was also in the same family as the king that we knew from the last Airbender. So it's still that same monarchy there, but I have a feeling something's gonna go wrong at this coronation. Maybe something that has to do with Kuvira, because we are quite suspicious of that character and all of the power that she is amassing. Is she gonna let go of that? We'll see. But the last episode was actually not really focused on all of that. That was from the first one. The previous was Korra Alone. Really, really good, interesting chapter where we got to jump back and forth in time, seeing how she was kind of recuperating at the South Pole, I believe it was, getting treated by Katara, and then everything with her mental situation, seeing herself. That was some tough shit that she went through there. But in the end, she got to the swamp and met a certain someone. Damn, we did not see that coming, and we're very happy that it hadn't been spoiled for us, and we had also turned off the subtitles, so like there were no risk there either of getting it spoiled, just in the moment almost. And now I just want to see what that whole interaction is going to be like. Like, what can Toph, like, how can Toph help Korra? Because I have a feeling that she definitely can help her. And we knew beforehand that Toph went out to kind of find enlightenment. Maybe she found that in the swamp. Maybe she's still looking for it. So many questions. Yeah, sorry. I know I always talk a lot. Are you ready to get into this one?
Yes.
Yes, let's do it. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for some of the shows that we're doing, including The Legend of Korra, where we are several episodes ahead. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. Here we go.
Where she met Toph Bayfall. Will this earthbending master be the key to Korra regaining her avatar mojo?
Her avatar mojo.
It's the most dynamite 6-hour show you've ever seen in your life.
Shouldn't you be getting ready to, I don't know, rule a whole nation?
No, sir, Mako. When we get to Ba Sing Se, it'll just be two kooky pals living the life.
Yay.
Right. Yeah. Doesn't even have any responsibility.
Does a platypus bear poop in hay?
I see the prince is becoming accustomed to the burdens of leadership.
You know royals, they love a ceremony.
I'm concerned about reports I've heard regarding Kuvira's growing military. They say she's throwing some of her dissenters into prison camps.
Well, she'll be stepping down tomorrow. We can worry about correcting any of her mistakes after that.
You're not worried about her handing power over to Prince Wu?
She gave me her word that she'd step down.
Still,
Yeah,
I'd
gave
feel a
her,
lot better if Korra were here.
gave you her word. Yeah, sure. Dude, what the
When I was chief of police of Republic City, I worked my butt off busting criminals. But did that make crime disappear? Nope.
So basically, you're saying that everything I've ever accomplished has been pointless. I thought Beifong was grumpy.
I'm the original Bayfong.
The original grump.
Thank you.
You want to hug something? Go hug a tree. We're here to work.
Some tough love.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Ah!
And Eska's also here.
I see you have replaced me with a new girlfriend.
Oh, no, that's Kuvira. She's kind of my boss.
Boss, girlfriend, same thing.
I'm afraid there's been a mistake, Your Eminence. We have you and your brother booked in the same room, with only one bed.
Desna sleeps in the tub.
What? Desna sleeps in the tub? I thought it was about to get really weird for a second.
Bowl in!
Yay!
Look at you! We are really helping people. But what have you been up to? Fighting crime, busting triads? Chasing the ladies, Mako style?
Well, I've been working for Wu. And, yeah. Mother,
Hey.
Hello, Batar Jr.
you're going to have to get over your grudge with her. I'm sure you've heard that we're engaged.
I'm just glad that she'll be stepping down after tomorrow.
You'd prefer to be ruled by that royal idiot?
I'll put in a good word for you with the hotel staff. Maybe get you a little upgrade. I've been living here for years. They love me.
We've reserved the presidential suite. I had you moved out.
Cam, where's all my stuff?
We moved you into a very nice junior suite.
Something you should know about me. I always get what I want.
Okay. If that isn't foreshadowing.
The royal things were looted after the queen was removed from office. So your coronation may not have some of the usual items, like the crown.
How will people know when I'm officially the king?
We still have one of the royal jewels we can pin on you.
An earring?
Think of it more as a royal brooch.
Okay, bring it.
Okay, yeah. She still got it. We know she can be a very, very strict teacher. Tough.
Of all the avatars I've worked with, you're by far the worst. I know that's only one other avatar, but still.
Oh,
Hey!
Leech.
The roots and vines, they run all over the world. I see everything.
So, yeah.
You're blind compared to me.
Nice. Yeah, makes sense with her abilities and in the swamp. Yeah.
And if you don't mind, I'd like to say a few words.
Why not? We've got 6 hours to fill.
What is she gonna say?
It's taken me 3 years to get it back on track, and there's no way I will allow it to slip back into the Dark Ages. I have created a new Earth Empire, and I will continue to lead it into the future myself.
Okay, Palpatine.
Bringing about a new era of prosperity for my people.
Yep, that's very Palpatine-like.
Anyone who crosses our borders or stands in our way will be crushed.
Were you surprised? Because I was really surprised.
Not surprised at all. Nope. What that?
Now that's a nice looking hunk of spirit vine. Let's take it back to the lab and get it stabilized immediately.
What are you making?
I'm just not sure about this whole empire thing.
Mhm.
Seems pretty aggressive.
Conflict is the last thing I want. Will you help me make history, Bolin?
Bolin and Mako are gonna be on opposite sides?
The world leaders. I didn't want to seize power for myself, which is what you've done. I'm telling you, for the good of everyone, you have to step down.
I provide stability and equality.
You're just another tyrant. I know what happens to cities who don't want to hand over control to you.
Then you know what's coming for Zaofu.
Fuck, that was a threat.
Yup.
I just have to go on, move forward, take decisive action. Let's go shopping.
How does that solve anything?
We're making history.
By crushing anyone who gets in your way?
That was just some tough rhetoric to let the people know that we mean business.
Bolin.
Kuvira is basically just like Korra. Come on, Mako, I'm making a difference out there. What are you doing, huh? You're just some glorified butler for some snotty rich bozo. Enjoy licking the king's boots in your junior suite!
Yeah, damn. Hate it when I'm right.
I'll buy you a smoothie.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That was terrible.
Smooth.
Maybe for you, I never realized how much I missed tormenting the Avatar. I wish you were putting up more of a fight, but it was still fun. Imagine me in my prime. I would have destroyed you.
I just don't understand why I can't get back to my former self.
He's doing a really good job, the voice actress.
Slower. I'm tentative, I'm out of sync.
The little bits of metal poison stuck in your body.
What?
Are you trying to tell me you can't feel metal in your own body?
You can get it out for me, right?
Who do you think you're talking to?
Of course she can. Alright. Still has some of the poison inside of her.
Respect the brooch!
Stop it, little king!
I'm covered in juice!
I'm covered in
We need to get you
juice.
out of here.
It's destiny. Look where we are, Mako. The Royal Palace.
It's...
The
Hey.
throne! You'll have another birthday next year, but I'll never have this day back again! Never!
Okay, you're losing it.
Yeah, he's really losing it.
You think you're the kind of person you want as your king? What have you ever done for your people? I'm sorry.
I guess I'm just a joke who got what he deserved.
Let's get you out of here and back to someplace safe.
Carry me?
No.
Oh my god.
You want me to bend out this neck. You need to relax. All right, that's it. Clearly, you want to keep the metal in there.
Why would I want poison inside me?
Maybe so you have an excuse not to go back to being the Avatar. If you don't get better, you can't do your job, so you don't have to worry about getting hurt again. When you want it out, you can bend it out. I can't deal with all your issues for you.
This is a mission of the utmost importance. Can I count on you three to bring Korra home?
You can count on one of us. I don't know about these two ladies.
Okay, what is he
From
making?
now on, developing this technology is your #1 priority.
New kind of fuel? Like trains fueled by spirit vines? The fuck? Whew. A lot happened. Again. But that was chapter 3, the coronation. It did not go well, or, well, it kind of went as we expected. Kuvira not willing to give up her power at all, and she just said it flat out to the people in front of the rest of the world leaders, like very confident in the way that she did it, and she knew that people were going to support her, and she's got supporters all over the Earth Kingdom, or the Earth Empire is what it is now. And that should at least be, for some people, or the majority of the people listening to that, oh, wait, an empire? That does not sound like that's the best way to go forward. Or, you know, just talking about monarchs and how that's outdated, and now you anoint yourself like the emperor or empress of these lands. What the fuck? But people are supporting her, and even Bolin seems like he's supporting her, or more or less just talked into it. But there's definitely a rift there between him and Mako, as I also mentioned. So yeah, things are not really looking up, but that's usually the way it goes at the start of a season. Like we get into things again, and then some sort of obstacle is presented, and this is a big obstacle as well. Yeah, what did you think about this one?
It was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that anything surprised me or anything like that. So
No, nah, me neither. It just didn't go well, but yeah, went as expected, as I already said at the beginning. And Kuvira also put an emphasis on technology, and we saw that come into play towards the end as well with Varric. We saw him, like, he got this spirit vine delivered to him, and we were already thinking out loud then that, what the hell are you going to use that for? And it seems like it has something to do with fueling these trains or fueling technology in some way. And Kuvira wants him to focus on that project exclusively.
yes, it could be something like that. Yeah, fueling or just at least taking advantage of these spirit vines. Perhaps just like spirits.
Yeah, spirit
in general,
energy.
And that means invading the spirits and like the spirit world, and taking advantage of that in a way that creates imbalance again.
Oh yeah.
And that would mean that, first off, I was right that this, like, the reason why spirits and people can't live together is because of people and not spirits,
Hmm.
unfortunately. But it also is when Korra comes into play again, and that's when she might be the actual link between the spirits and the humans.
Mm.
So we have like the link between the spirit world and the physical material world, and now she can finally perhaps find her way back into feeling needed, and
like the Avatar again.
yeah, like she has a place, like an actual place in this world as an avatar, not just as Korra.
Yeah, true that. And she is, spending time with Toph now there in the swamp. It's great seeing Toph again, and I couldn't stop laughing or just smiling when she was talking and just being Toph as we know her. And the person who's voicing the character now, the older version of Toph, is doing such a great job. I think like it sounds like Toph. It's perfect.
Same isms, the same way she's using her language, the same way
temperament.
Like the tone of voice almost, and the way that she speaks to people as well.
Very no nonsense and just very blunt as well. But also quite perceptive. It seems like with what they did there towards the end, like she told Korra that she still has some of this metal, some of this poison inside of her, and she would be able to help her get it out, but she can't solve all of her problems, and it is like very much internal problems, be it inside of her blood or some sort of a mental blocking where she is, unbeknownst to herself, maybe kind of using this as an excuse, and on a subconscious level she doesn't want it out of her body because it makes it so that she has a reason to run away from her problems, her issues, her identity crisis, I guess you could call it. And I thought that was just really perceptive.
Yeah, but she did tell us that she could see everything through this, and we know that from the swamp episode. Because we saw how Aang was able to feel his way all the way back to that was not it.
Yeah, but he was able to tap into it, and he found Momo and Appa in the swamp at that point. After that dude kind of explained to them that the whole world is connected.
Exactly.
So Toph is using that and using her very special abilities to tap into that as well. And she is definitely not blind when it comes to awareness of what's going on around her and around the entire world. Like she's probably been keeping an eye, so to say, on everything that's been going on in all of the Legend of Korra so far in the entire series. And that's why she's there. Also because it's so remote and no one is going to come there to, no one is going to bother you in the swamp. So she even told Korra that, if you want to stay somewhere and figure this shit out, this is a good place to do it because no one's going to bother you.
And I think it's amazing this way that they are making a blind person be the all-seeing person.
Yeah.
I think that's absolutely wonderful, and it speaks volumes to the symbolics of this whole universe, or this whole, I don't know, series. But like both series, I don't know. Yeah.
It does. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. And we only got one question this time around from the post that we put up on Patreon, and that one is from Austin D. What do you think of the way Toph is handling Korra and her problems? Is it too harsh or a perfect match for Korra's hot-headedness? I think even though it seems harsh, it might actually be a perfect match. Because Korra, it seems like she respects Toph and her opinions about stuff. And maybe she could just use this kind of tough love right now.
Yeah, and I think somehow they're both very similar in the way of in their mindset, because Korra's always been very she attacks problems head on. And we know that that's also not necessarily exactly the same way that Toph would do things, but at least Toph would face off of an opponent, or she would stand her ground at least. And she would not be afraid of taking responsibilities and stuff like that, because, she's an earthbender, and we learn a lot about Toph and earthbending and stuff like that back in Bitter Work in that episode. And sometimes you do really need to walk into the truth, like it was a big boulder that you walk into.
Yeah, and headbutt that son of a bitch, just like Toph did in the episode that you referenced. So yeah, it seems like that's very, very true to her character, and also very true to Korra's character so far. Korra has always, it seems like she's always been very Earthbender-like in her stubbornness, and she's also been able to get a grasp of, I'm sure, Earthbending pretty quick. But we saw her with the metal bending in the previous season, although she's definitely not a master at it just yet. She got that pretty quick. So she that's like, compared to Aang at least, who was like, that was the element he had the most problems with, was Earth, but that's not really the case for Korra. So maybe they are a good match, a good teacher-student match there.
Yeah, but I also think it's me and the symbolics again. But some people, when they face a very hard period of time in their life, sometimes they need a bit of tough love, in a way that if you're constantly being told like, oh, I feel sorry for you and I pity you and you'll get back on your feet soon enough, yada yada. Sometimes you need some actual action and actually processing what it is that you're going through. Maybe some like exposure therapy in for anxiety and certain types of anxiety related illnesses. So sometimes you just need to face things head on. Maybe that's what Korra kind of needs. Maybe she needs to actually confront what it is that she's like, all her fears, and she needs to remove the poison herself.
Yeah.
Because, well,
it might be hard, but she needs to face the reality of the situation and her problems and everything that she's dealing with. And yeah, it's not going to be easy, but having someone there to give you that push in that right direction, and not just people around you just kind of gently helping you and trying to nudge you in the right direction. No, you need someone to give you that fucking push in the right direction.
Well, yeah, but what I mean is like, and now I'm just gonna take something from my own experience.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. I found out a couple years back that I did not get better just by sitting and wallowing in my own self-doubt and my own self-loathing and all of my anxiety and stuff like that. And I recognized that all of this crap that I was dealing with something that came from deep within myself, and I had to do something about it myself, because otherwise I wouldn't get better. I could get all the help in the world from everybody else, but I needed to take the first step myself. Just like Korra needs to remove the poison from herself, and she needs to be the one to take out the splinter, so she can heal properly and then actually get better. Because it's kind of like, yeah, once again, I used this as a metaphor in one of the earlier episodes. This poison is both a physical one, but it's also like a mental one, like a mental poison. I think it's such a nice way of illustrating this, how anxiety and self-doubt and all of these horrible feelings, how they can be poison to your mind and your soul, and also sometimes your body as well, because mind and body is one thing.
Yeah, how it can manifest itself, and it's a really good way that they're showing it. It's a good representation of it, with both like the actual poison, but then there's also the poison of the mind. So yeah, it's spot on there. But yeah, with no more Patreon questions or anything, I think that's gonna do it for this. Unless you have teeny tiny thing, yeah.
When I see Varric, I can't help but look at Varric and see you.
Me?
Like, yeah, you. I just feel like you look so much like Varric. If you just like took off your beard and had that little
twirly mustache thing going on. maybe, yeah, it's yet another character I can cosplay as in the future, perhaps, along with all the other ones that some of you guys have been mentioning. Yeah.
Like, I've been insanely closely studying Varric's like face and facial structure and like his appearance, and I just feel like he looks so much like.
Great, as long as I don't necessarily act like Varric, even though he's very entertaining, and I'm glad he's still around as a character. But that's gonna do it for this reaction and review of The Legend of Korra, Book 4, Chapter 3, The Coronation. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.